Cadence does some stuff. This fellow right here, who I also do in fact know on Discord. They're not really see him. In fact, there's someone very different than what you may think. The YouTube channel, unfortunately, does not reflect on who they actually are. Kadence does some stuff, is your average YouTuber who does some Roblox videos, just random ass videos, cool stuff. You may think, alright, cool, they have 413 subscribers, 47 videos, pretty nice channel. Yeah, that's what you could think on the channel. Different stuff on Discord. Very, very different stuff. Indeed. Now, this fellow I do in fact have on Discord. And yeah, it says that because I blocked them. I mean, yeah, there's no, it's because it's true. They may be wondering, bro, the frick? What are y'all like trying to do? What did Kadence do? Well, here's the thing. So if we go to the server and we see here on Pork Senate, this is my good friend Stars, aka Max. I know Max as a very good friend of mine in real life. We met at the First Communion School and, had a pretty good friendship. And, once it ended, we still got each other's Discord, so we were able to communicate. Everything was normal. Until one day, as I was coming home from a birthday party, I was messaging him, and I was told that, according to him, he was a trans femme. Now, at the time, I had no clue. So because this was when he first introduced me to Kadence. And in his bio, he used to say, "I love you so much, Kadence." Now, you could things like, because they have a girlfriend. It's true, as you can see right here, my girlfriend. So I told him, IRL. But it wasn't IRL. It was an e-date. And this made me lose, some respect for my friend. Because I never thought one of my own friends would start, e-dating somebody. And, 14-year-old trans femme lesbian animator, this is what it looked like before. And their profile pictures were matching and everything. So I asked him how come he was his girlfriend if she's lesbian. So I told him, but you a man, and then he said trans femme. So this really isn't that, important. That's just the start of it. But definitely some other stuff started to happen. If we go back into the history of the memes channel, we will eventually see I was at some point posting some anti-furry memes. Now keep in mind, this is not because I'm an anti-furry. This is because I just found them funny. Now, I am not in support of anti-furries or furries. I mean, kind of sounds like I'm just neutral, normal, yeah, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I just found them funny. And then Kadence responded to this. Now, yet again, this is really nothing important, but, something I just found out about her. But what I found out about her next was definitely much worse. Something that I would never experience, ever, because I didn't know what she'd really done. One day, Cadence's bio had suddenly changed to say, "I feel like a freaking a-hole now." So I asked her why it was saying that, and this is the response I got. "I don't want to talk about it." Understandable. Maybe something happened Well, how about we ask Max, because his bio said hoping to never see that image again. Maybe it has something to do with both of them. Yeah, I got the same response. So I got very confused, and then I was eventually able to piece together that something definitely happened between the two. Something that was definitely controversial and possibly caused drama. Now, my first assumption was that maybe they got into an argument and one of them sent an image that the other didn't want to see. So this is a possibility, but at the time I didn't know what really happened, because all I knew was that it was an image. That's all I knew. So yeah, but eventually their bios changed back to normal, and really nothing happened. But then one day I saw something that definitely was changing my mindset. Starset's profile picture changed to his current one, and his bio, just like right now, no longer said that he loves Cadence. And Cadence's profile picture no longer was matching with Starset, and her bio also no longer said that she loved Starset. Now, I was getting very, very confused, because I was thinking maybe they really did break up. Maybe it's just all over. But how was I supposed to know for sure? Well, a few days later, I decided to man up and ask them, and I finally got my answer. I asked him one day how come his bio no longer said that it liked her. This is what I see as a response. And I knew this was the image that they were talking about. This was the real truth, and what I had assumed the whole time was actually reality. Starset had broken up with Cadence because, according to him, and I technically do have proof of this, that this is true, she posted porn online and was traumatizing other minors. And keep in mind, I am a minor, and Max is also a minor, and Cadence is also a minor. And I know that's hard to believe, but as you can see, her bio clearly said 14-year-old. 14-year-old. I mean, unless she's lying about that. I don't really think she is, though, because I've seen her videos. She definitely sounds like a 14-year-old. But anyways, that happened, and I apologized. And because of this, I banned her in the Sacrificial Lair, the server, where she is still banned to this day, but I did add her back. I'll explain what happened, though. So that happened, and so then I decided to speak to Kadence herself, but that was an entirely different story. One day, Cadence's bio said that she was starting to feel better. I don't really know if they're trans femme, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But they said they were feeling better, so I asked her if she was okay, because I was genuinely concerned at this point. Is she depressed or something? So she told me I'm starting to feel better, and I asked her what happened. I mean, I already knew what happened. I just wanted to see the response she was going to give me. And then she told me this, but to explain in short what happened, have this image. The end. Goodbye, Starset, May 19th to July 22nd. So now, I finally had a true confirmation that they had broken up, and I knew for a fact that it happened. So then I responded with this, but here's the thing, I already know what happened. What the hell was wrong with you? And I then got a big-ass response. I don't freaking know what's wrong with me, I'm a horrible person. Tell me, why did you do it? The internet has fricked up my entire life. Look at how I am, an absolute mess. And now she's blaming stuff on the internet, so I told her, that's not an answer. Internet is responsible for your actions, because it isn't. She said, it pretty much is. That really isn't logical, at all. So I told her, ultimately, it was you who made that decision. No one forces you, because the internet is not responsible for her actions. The internet didn't just come up to her and tell her, hey, by the way, send porn to these minors and traumatize them. Nah, that was entirely her. So I told her. And then she said, because of so much goddamn trauma, I act this way. I just want to be a normal person, but it's too late. I'm already completely fricked up. What's the point anyway? I can't frickin' fix myself. Yeah, I tried, but all that happens is me being even more fricked up. And well, because of that, I lost a friend. This is my response. Okay, hear me out. A few days ago, I got my response. Cadence said the skill issue was gone. I was confused by what she meant by this, but then she said everything is fine now. The skill issue has been defeated. And I asked her, what do you mean by that? And she said, I'm friends with Starset again. You're not seeing that wrong. Somebody who just got traumatized by freaking porn is still staying friends with the sender. What the Anyways, continuing on, she said they still had contact on Roblox. Like, that's crazy, man. I asked her how Max would be as stupid to stay friends with her. She told me I don't even know. She said, I know what I did. I just want to forget about that and be happy that I'm even friends with him again. And at this point, it just seemed like she was really desperate to stay friends with him. And this gave me the assumption that she could be a pedophile. Now, although I don't really have much proof to prove that she's a pedophile, I mean, she sent porn to minors. And I have clear proof of that, considering how she immediately admitted to it earlier. So, yeah. I mean, even if she's not a pedophile, she still was sending porn to minors, and that's almost as bad. Because it's pretty much the same thing. But, anyways, I found out that Starset was still friends with her, and I asked Starset, why would you do that? And although I deleted those messages because I was being a bit rude to him, but, like, whatever. Anyways, one day, Kadence, was apparently made fun of by Max himself. Max one day just called me up and he told me, hey, the only reason I stayed friends with Kadence is because I wanted to humiliate her. And I was like, that's goated, man. You're the man. But then Kadence found out and I told him. And how would I know that she found out? Well, I may or may not have told her. Like, I may or may not have told her what he did. I mean, he was telling me this stuff in the sacrificial lair. That's when he told me. And then he called me up to confirm it. So, one day, I was just talking up, and he said this. I am now satisfied in making Cadence mad again. And I told him, what do you mean? And he said, so when a server we were both in, I made him mad by talking about that stuff he did. And, that's just being an absolute goat. Anyways, yeah, he said his friends made fun of him, which is really good. And I said, like, y'all aren't friends anymore? And he said, more distanced, so not speaking with each other. So he redeemed himself. I promoted him. He was going to be sacrificed originally. So I told John Pork himself, and he said, it's funny how easy he gets mad. And these are the DMs, the stuff I showed you before. The meme, I turned it into a meme. You can see it on my YouTube channel. And, he said absolute W. Yeah, so I told John Pork, a glorious leader. Anyways, the reason she knew was that I told her. I sent her images of what happened. And I know that sounds like being a bad friend, but hear me out. I was trying to get them broken up in the first place. Let me explain. Since the day that I found out my friend Max was dating a 14-year-old furry, I called up my good friend Decode. Now, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but if he does, massive shout out to him. But he is a actual goated man, and I told him about all the kind of stuff that she did. I called him up, and he told me, "Damn, that is messed up. We gotta break him up." And I told him, "How the hell are we supposed to do that?" And he said, "I don't know. I guess we just for now just wait, gather information, see what we can do." And this was around the time when I first found out, so none of this had happened. None of the stuff that I mentioned earlier happened yet. This was prior to all the events. But I just wanted to include this because I just wanted to tell you that I always wanted them to never be a part of a relationship. Even though it's my friend, he should not be in a relationship with someone like Kadence. Especially a porn sender, bro. Anyways, moving back to the thing I was gonna say. I had always wanted them broken up, so I wanted them to get into even more drama, and I wanted Starset to finally confess his feelings and just say, "I'm breaking up with you, you're a bozo." And so I told him, "Okay, what happened?" Starset said, "Y'all are distanced." And he said, "Huh? What happened? We aren't distant, we're friends again." So I could clearly tell that she was confused, and she didn't know that, even though Max clearly told me that he made fun of her, and she was there. So I guess she just thought it was one big joke or something, or she's just really stupid, or both. I don't know. She was asking me if I was good, so I eventually had to send her screenshots to convince her. Told her he said it himself, and yeah, he's talking about you. And then she said, "Very odd, but he still speaks with me." So I showed her even more proof. And then she said, "Well, you sure that y'all are still friends? Because the messages say otherwise." And she said, "Once he's online, I'm talking to him about this." And this is at the time when I told Max, "Hey, yo, bro, have caution. She knows. She knows." Oh, so yeah, she had him muted, and that was good. And he said that she thought he would unfriend her, so I don't know, man. I guess she's just kind of stupid or something, more or less. Yeah, and then he explained to me what he really did. He just abused her with some private server commands in Roblox. And then he teleported her and stuff like that. And then they started making fun of her for making TD porn. So I asked him what TD porn was, and he said he made he made Sonic porn. Wait, he made Sonic porn? Or he sent it? I'm confused. Well, don't worry. I'll explain. TD porn is basically making porn with this game's models, at least according to Max. This is the first thing I've ever heard of TD porn. Now, she made porn? I thought you said she just sent it. Well, yeah, before him telling me this, I didn't know. I only thought she sent it, but I didn't know that she actually made it. And this is even worse, because not only did she send porn to minors, she is a minor herself. And Cadence was making porn as a minor. So yeah, this person, this innocent YouTuber who you think is a pretty nice guy, just making some funny stuff. Yeah, they're actually an underage porn artist. Bet you didn't know that. Anyways, so that happened, and I was like, "God damn." I'm like, that is a terrible person. And then he said, "Yeah, she made Sonic porn." And he never told me this before, even though he said apparently he did. So I asked him, like, "What?" "Yeah, she made it herself." And he said he still has the screenshots. I could call him up, but then again, I don't really want to see porn, so, like, whatever. And then he said he has it for proof in case anyone doesn't believe me. I mean, if y'all don't believe me, then I guess I can call him up and ask him. Yeah, so he said it was also porn from Roblox, and it's not censored. Yeah, she's a minor, bro. And apparently, according to him, she was like this when they first met. And they first met in this server called Sinister Utopia. If you know this server and you know Cadence in this server, please, tell other people about this, because nobody knows what Cadence's true nature is. And apparently, 2 to 3 months ago, she was still like this, according to Max. And he said that, till they exposed her, she's been twisted for, about a few months. Yeah, he said he regretted it, dating her. Yeah. So then, I told him, disgusting creature. Can't even refer to her as human. And so I was starting to like feel bad for him considering he dated this piece of crap. So I told him I was gonna block Cadence. But not just that. We were gonna play a little prank on her first. Pork sacrifice. Pork Senate. Cult leader. I have a plan, and it requires you guys, especially you, Max. This is when I devised the plan that I was gonna absolutely troll Cadence in front of the entire server and humiliate her for her goofy ass actions. So I told them, we all know Cadence is a bozo. And he said, yeah, I don't want to have contact with her, and neither do you. So my plan is, before we block her, we do a little prank. W plan, definitely sure is. So I told him my plan. We go into cult chat, we ping Cadence, and when she's on, Max is gonna say these exact words. Hey Cadence, I wanted to ask you something. She's gonna be like, what? And then he's gonna say, just roast her. Like how you thought it would be a good idea to make and send porn to freaking minors. And she's gonna be flabbergasted, shocked, hornswoggled, yes, and then sacrifice. Before that, everyone online, include our glorious leader, we will all say, get sacrificed 14-year-old porn maker, and then just goofy crap. So, he agreed with the plan. Truly is a good plan. All we had to do at that point was put it into action. And that's exactly what we did a few days later. So, I went into Cadence's DMs just like the plan that I was doing. So, what I wanted her to do was get into the John Pork sacrificial lair, because that's where the plan was going to be put into action. So then she told me that it was an invalid invite because she was somehow banned or something. Decode apparently banned her because he got really mad, and then John Pork banned him himself. Whatever, that's in the past. So, I unbanned her, and then, she was in the server. And she told me, gonna explain this. So then I just trolled her really badly. But then I told her I was just joking. And I entirely played it off because in the reality, I wasn't joking. At that point, I thought it was the time to put the plan into action, but just between me and her. But then I realized that's not how I wanted it to be. So I decided to play it off. And because of the stupid ass person she is, she fell for it. There's no way, bro. There's no way she would fall for something that stupid. But anyways, we put the plan into action a few days later, and we told her, hey Cadence, Max wanted to ask you something. Get on the sacrificial lair. And she said she was asleep. So I told her, hop on the sacrificial lair. Starset wants to ask you something. And he said, he ain't in the VC though. Yeah, just go to the cult chat. He's gonna ask you something. So then I told Max that she had responded to the DMs and was now here. So he sent me a bunch more proof, and he told me this. I got one of my friends to help. I contacted Cadences through DMs, gave him a taste of his own medicine. And then after that, my friend said, this is what you deserve for making and sending porn to minors. This is payback from Starset, by the way. And then Starset had blocked Cadence. And then he sent a screenshot of this. And then his friend Bryson, Kadence, this is why Starset is not your friend anymore. And all of those TD porn you sent him, this is what you deserve from turning the medicine that you gave to Starset and payback from Star. But can we please forget that? I ain't like that no more. According to her, you're gonna see that probably she hasn't changed a lot. But he is my friend. Not true. Starset confirmed that he's not your friend. No duh. And then she said, I'm a professional retard. So he said, no duh. Now, here's the thing. This is even more proof. Throughout the video, you're gonna notice. Are you really sure that she was sending porn? Because all you do is just, say it. Well, clearly she's not denying anything. She's accepting it. Well, she could be talking about anything. Well, not really, because as you can see in the earlier chapters, when I was DMing her, I told her, I already know what happened. What the hell is wrong with you? She didn't even try to play it off. And I told her, why would you make that? Why are you an underage porn artist? Yet again, she wouldn't deny it. Well, you never told her she was a porn artist. I did. When the plan was put into action, I did. But anyways, that happened, and I told him that I was gonna troll him. I had to go to Walmart first, real quick. So then, you know, it happened. So I DM'd her, and then when I got back, she actually ended up responding. So, we just started, thinking, what are we gonna do? This is not really good. Ghost pinging was not, we were trying everything. Ghost pinging wasn't working. Mass pinging wasn't working. DMing wasn't working because apparently she was asleep around 2 or 3 or something. So it was really getting difficult. And I was starting to lose hope that it was going to happen on the day I wanted. But it really did work because that's when she responded to my DMs and she told me she was awake. I told him we needed to put the plan into the action. And we sure did. Plan started with us chatting in the private pork hangout. Private pork hangout is where only the rank of pork senate and above is able to access this. And at the time, Cadence was not a high enough rank, so she wouldn't be able to see our plans. And this is exactly what we wanted because we couldn't say it in cult chat where she could actually see us. So then everything went down in the cult chat, that's when it happened. And if we go down to the DMs, Cadence went on, said random stuff. And then he said, "Hey Cadence, I want to ask you something." Ask what exactly? I want to know, you unsilly, goofy, stupid women looking. I wanted to make fucking porn and send it to minors. And then, I joined in. Can we stop talking about my goddamn past and how I was freaked up back then? As you can see, this is yet more proof. She's not denying a single thing. She knows what she did. She's going to accept it. And then she says back then as if she hasn't changed, but I don't really have any proof that she hasn't changed. Then again, I don't really have any proof that she has changed. Well, whatever. And she says back then, but it was 4 days ago, so it really wasn't back then. And she acts like it was years ago. And she said, "I'm not like that anymore," sending random images and stuff. And I said, you did it. You did it either way, even if it's in the past. Well, not really, because it was 4 days ago. Stuff like that doesn't go away in a few days, because it doesn't. I mean, sending porn to minors, making and sending porn to minors, that's just weird, bro. That's just pedophile acts. And so I told her, people remember that, making and sending porn to minors and traumatizing them. That's not something people just move on from. That's something people will remember for a long time, because it's wrong. And then she told me this. I don't know, man. She was goofy. Told her, first of all, you're also a minor. You should not be making porn. Second, you shouldn't be sending that porn to other minors and traumatizing them. And third, and then she just said, well, I guess I was just up enough to do so. Sounds like a skill issue to me. Anyways, I told her, third of all, you can't just expect people to move on in a few days, because, I didn't, he didn't, literally no one did, because that's a serious topic. And Starset said, life goes on, doesn't pause. You can't just be freaked up and then not be freaked up. That is not sensible in any way. And then I told her, you blame the internet of all things for your actions. And she told me, trauma from it makes me act this way. Alleged traumas. And I say alleged traumas because I have a feeling that she was lying about these traumas. And then I showed her even more proof of her, blaming it on the internet. And I told her, the internet isn't responsible for you or your actions, and neither is your trauma. You think you people blame their actions on random ass stuff like that? You need to accept this is on you, not on someone or something else, because ultimately, it was you who made that decision to act like that. I want to know, Cadence, what popped in your head when you thought of doing that? What made you even possibly consider such a terrible act? And don't blame trauma or the internet, because ultimately, it was you. She told me this. I don't know, but since I was a freaked up person, probably a lot of freaked up shit. So I told her, if it was that simple, I would be saying the same things for things I've done. You can't just say freaked up stuff. And she said, well, my smooth brain ass can't remember crap. And then I told her, I highly doubt that, but okay. And then Max said, probably, ooh, I feel a little silly today. I'm gonna make porn. Probably did what happened. Stupid minor traumatizer. Lemon licking minor. Shake my head. Pedophile. And then she said, She just sent a random ragdoll universe video. I told her, sending random videos won't help. They just make you look more stupid. And I thought that wasn't possible for you to look more stupid than you already are. And then she said, I've already gotten traumatized enough from the Sonic EXE having sex with Tails. Bozo. That is child porn. Tails is 8. And it's true. I mean, that did happen. And I did provide proof. Shut up. But I thought it was a good idea to show porn to freaking minors. What's wrong with you? Okay, what the actual hell was wrong with me? Why are you asking me? Please, ask yourself. What fricked up your brain so much that you decided to do that? Images and videos don't help at all. And stop saying was, because clearly there's something still wrong with you. And that's that you can't accept your actions. You can't accept that it was you who sent the porn, so instead you blame it on the internet and alleged traumas. And I say alleged because you could be lying, and I have the right to believe you are. And I do, because how am I supposed to trust somebody who sent porn to minors? And she said, I'm not lying, dude. I've seen so much freaked up crap. And I said, considering the spiteful human being you are, I wouldn't be surprised if you were lying. And I asked her for proof, evidence to support her argument, because I really wanted to know if these were really true. And then she said, well, I don't remember the source of most of that, but still, you're lying. So, shut up. And I said, that's the kind of stuff you say when you're lying. I don't remember, but still. For real. How the hell am I going to remember when I'm just trying to forget? Well, you should have brought proof with you if you want to support your argument, if you're just going to end up saying, but still. And I said, excuses at this rate, you're never going to become a better person. Because she just kept blaming it on traumas. Even if those traumas were real, she can't just blame it on that. Because sure, she might have seen some really bad stuff, but that never made her follow in the footsteps of that bad stuff. It was ultimately her decision to go ahead and make and send porn to minors. Her traumas never made her do that. It was entirely her. She was never forced. She was never told to do it. It was all conscious. It was consensual. Pause. And that's what she did on her own. And nothing else could have made her do that. Because that's not possible. Traumas can't just go up to you and say, hey, by the way, you want to make porn? No, that's not how it works. It's her. No one else. Even if you saw the most terrible thing on the internet that traumatized you, doesn't mean that you have to send it to other people so they get the same treatment. No one forced you into it, Cadence. No one made you do it. You did it yourself, on your own terms. You need to accept that. And if you can't, then you don't deserve someone like Star said. And either way, you still don't, considering how you treated him. You made a mistake, Cadence, making and sending porn to minors and blaming it on alleged traumas while not accepting that it was ultimately you who did that. Starset said, he has a point, Cadence. Starset should be dating someone better, someone who will treat him right, unlike you, an underage porn artist who traumatizes other minors with your very work, and then blaming it on lies and excuses. You don't deserve a spot here in the sacrificial layer. Goodbye. Dude, I'm literally not even blaming it. It was because of the trauma from the internet that I acted this way. And then she just got banned. Yeah, it was kind of that simple. I couldn't finish what I was trying to say, but hey, at least she's gone. So my friends were asking, yo, what the hell went down here on God? For real though, I had no Wi-Fi for 3 days. What the hell done happened? I explained, we sacrificed Kay, and she tried to blame her actions on alleged traumas, and she was lying. So, that stuff. Right after this is when I decided I do not want to speak to her anymore. Yeah, so then I blocked her by that point because I didn't want to have contact with a porn maker. But before that, I wanted to leave her a little message. I don't really feel like saying that out loud, but whatever. Stupid underage unlooking child, thirsty and annoying porn maker, pedophile, and minor traumatizer. Go to like Bozo and do something better with your limited time. You animals should be given the asylum. But for now, we have to take you one by one. Foolish Bozo. Goodbye, and never rest well, for you will never be at peace, and the abyss will be your only entertainment. Yeah, I did actually, this was inspired by, John Roblox's catching hackers on YouTube video, because he's goated, not gonna lie. But I mean, that's actually pretty much it. Nothing else really happened. Just Cadence was blocked and banned in the sacrificial lair. She's gone, no longer on the list, nowhere to be seen. And obviously, this is good, because nobody wants to be around an underage porn artist who did this kind of stuff. So, if you're watching this, and you know who Kadence is, or you even just remotely are a subscriber to her, then I need you to, tell other people about this, because this is a very serious topic. A person who disguises themselves as an innocent Roblox video maker who people perceive as funny and heartwarming is in reality horrific, disgusting. They are a beast. They are considered an animal for their goofy actions against these children, these innocent children that would never want treatment like this. Kadence does some stuff while seeming like an innocent person on the surface. In reality, is an underage porn artist who traumatizes minors and could possibly be a pedophile. If you're seeing this and you're a subscriber, or you just know her on YouTube, please report her or inform YouTube staff about this, because this person is not a good person at all, and they deserve nothing. They don't deserve that 413 subscribers. And if any subscribers see this, I'm sure they would unsubscribe to her by now. Definitely. Well, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, I guess. See ya.
I be popping bottles, sparkles and champagne. VIP my section, royalty looking sexy, you know that be my thing.